Hello, Cancer. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. So, Cancer, I'm doing your weekly psychic tarot reading, tuning into the week's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through for you. Hope you're doing well. I love all your supportive comments and likes and shares. I really appreciate you co-creating this reading with me. So let's get to your reading, Cancer. All right, general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. All right, Cancer, in the past we have the 10 of emotions, 10 of cups. I'm hearing happily ever after. It looks like you were willing to take leaps of faith towards your happily ever after. Okay. I'm getting that your happily ever after was not what you expected because of some unhealed childhood trauma. So 6 of Cups in reverse. It looks like you took a leap of faith for your happily ever after, but it looks like you stepped right into a partnership that was reminiscent energetically of your family of origin, where people treated you less than. I don't think that's what you thought you had. You thought you had your happily ever after, and you took a leap of faith only to realize that it feels like this is you in the water, Cancer, and you're like, hey, it's cold, I'm miserable, this isn't where I wanted to be. Oh no, hey, that's right where that is happily ever after. It feels like this person is trying to convince you, no, this is what it is to be happy. Why aren't you happy with what I've given you? And you're like, because I'm cold and miserable. We're in different places. Can't you tell? No, this is where you're meant to be. That you can't find happiness. So gaslighting. It feels like, that you don't find this to be your happily ever after. It feels like it's a you issue. So someone's really gaslighting you in the past, telling you that it feels like they said, this is happily ever after for me too, but this isn't love. This isn't your happily ever after. There's no love here. There's no care for you. It doesn't feel like there's space for you to have emotions, that this person makes you bad for having responses. It looks like you are someone showing up with the Chariot who overcomes obstacles, who has a lot of that energy of being able to overcome, to take leaps of faith and overcome challenges. But you're with someone, in a connection with someone who just does not want to change. They're very fixed. There is no change. I'm not going to change. This isn't going to change. They're very resistant to change, to evolution. And it feels like you had to hide your emotions. Everybody in this environment is not allowed to have their feelings, their emotions. They have to repress them and suppress them. It feels like at some point the suppressing of emotions, there's more that's suppressed than that's acceptable. It feels like it feels like this person views the perfect person as kind of a zombie, someone who has no emotions. There's also, you start seeing this deception. It feels like you, at some point, you can't ignore this. It feels like you can't ignore and repress your own feelings that are resentment and anger, which are just feelings to have with someone invalidating your emotions, invalidating your experience. You can't work with someone who's denying denying reality, denying the truth. This person has created a cognitive dissonance, a world where you have to see things from their point of view, or they don't exist, or they're invalid. And I think you start seeing these qualities, seeing the gaslighting, seeing your treatment, unable to hide how you feel, and you step into Queen of Swords energy. I'm not going to take this anymore. I'm head over heart. I see the truth. I can tell what the truth is. You're not telling the truth. This is lies. Yeah. Wow. All right, Cancer. In present time, we have the Muse of Materials. It looks like you are on a path and journey right now to creating your foundation, allowing abundance to flow in your experience. This feels like you're a bit in between worlds. You might feel a little off, like because you are in between these two worlds. Looks like you're detaching from toxic energies, trauma bonds, codependency, obsession, and secrets. You've been the keeper of toxic secrets. You've been keeping your own, the poor treatment that you have been given. You've kept that secret. You've kept these toxic people and your own toxicity and the toxic behaviors that you've experienced secret. It looks like you've separated yourself and isolated yourself. You've walked away from things that aren't emotionally satisfying any longer. You've walked away from people who just can't learn another way of being. They're set in whatever reality that they want to create, and they're incapable or unwilling, doesn't matter which one it is. They're incapable of learning a new way of being. So you're creating a new reality for yourself, one that's very loving and caring, and one where you don't have to be dependent on others. Wow. All right. So Cancer, what's hidden this week is the Queen of Materials in reverse. This is someone who's not nurturing, who's doesn't know how to create a loving, nurturing environment. This is someone who, it feels like this person doesn't know how to create their own loving, nurturing environment, and so they're jealous and they go in and they mess up other people's environments. This is why we can't have nice things because of this type of energy. All right, so it looks like whoever this is who wants to mess up your new beginning, they're impotent. They have no energy. they have no power. They have no power to do what they want to do. Well, they definitely don't have power. It feels like they can't reach you in this in-between state, in this space of you, because you already have this momentum of, it feels like you've already left the environment that they're in, the dissonant world where their viewpoint is all that matters. It feels like you've already left that, and they can't, so they don't have power over you. Yeah, they used to be able to siphon your energy. It feels like at some point in the past, that's all you were focused on. This person, this connection, everything, an obsession, a pouring of your energy, and yet you're never getting anything in return. And I think this person thought that they had you forever, and they thought there's a real lack of care for you as a being, as a human being with your own feelings and emotions. And it feels like this person thought that at any time they could come back and pull you back in. Maybe they've done that before, where you're like half out the door and they're like, oh, Cancer, you're so amazing. They've been able to breadcrumb you in the past. Maybe they even manipulated your finances to make it so you also wouldn't challenge their authority because you don't have the financial backing. You can't support yourself, something like that. So this person has really figured out, like, tried to make it impossible for you to be independent, to live without them, mentally, emotionally, physically, making it impossible. And yet here you are, walking in between worlds, walking away from, out of this energy and on to something new. Looks like in the past that you were easily, your challenge was hearing someone telling you what you want to hear, accessing you through your emotions, your unmet needs, and then they get in, and that's how they got in, through unhealed emotions and telling you what you want to hear, and you believing it instead of waiting to see if their actions match this. It looks like in the past you got tired of this, got tired of their antics, of their this web of deceit and manipulation, and it looks like you let go of the responsibility. I'm not responsible for this person. I'm tired of this. I've lost the taste for this. This no longer engages me. I'm not even, it feels like even the anger started disappearing and dissipating, and it's just a lack of interest. It's too exhausting, and there's no payout. And so, no, thank you. The advice, Cancer, is the Four of Cups in reverse. So I think what I was just saying was the Four of Cups upright, that you lost the taste for relationship. Wow. And the advice is to realize that this was not defining relationship. This was this reading is talking about a type of relationship. So if I were to say this is a city, then maybe you could make big movements like, I don't like cities at all. I don't like relationships, because you've been to one city or a couple and they were very similar. And the messages I'm receiving is, it's just you were a vibrational match for these type of relationships, because you had unhealed childhood trauma that you were still working through those lessons and needing to heal from that. This is karmic relationships. That's what this is. And so the advice is to not poo-poo and let go of all relationships, because it looks like you have someone coming in. You have an opportunity for a relationship and someone very steady and very secure. Maybe that's you. Maybe you are becoming who you would prefer to have in a relationship, so you're not dependent or codependent on someone else. It feels like you're a very strong individual. You're very focused on work. Oh, wow. You might be stepping into some type of leadership where you're helping others to see relationship. Well, that's something. And helping people move to calmer grounds. Wow. And calmer grounds is Two of Cups. So what I'm getting here is not to throw the baby out with the bathwater, not to throw all romantic relationship type of energy out, and because there are opportunities to have a very different type of connections, a different type of relationship than what you've traditionally experienced. Wow, there's been a lot of love and love readings coming up in the collective. So only you know if you're ready for love and if you're looking for love. And but there is the possibility here. So, all right, Cancer, have a great week. Bye.